Hi class, welcome to another tutorial on CS384. This time we will be looking in the OS module. So OS is a very rich library that is provided by Python that deals with operating system commands and manipulating with the files and folders. So without wasting much time, let's directly jump into the module. Okay, so in this first lecture, of course, we are first clearing the screen and all. So first command is a print and there is a dir command, right? So I could have actually taught you this command initially only. So any library that you are importing, right? I am importing CSV here, which is not of much use, and I am importing OS library also. So a library has tons of functions and attributes associated with it, right? So in order to see all those, we basically use the dir command. Let me just exit the code here, and when I do Control Alt N, so you can see here. So these are all the functions and attributes that are associated with the OS library. So for example, let me see some of them which we will see here. For example, mkdir is a method here. Then we have make this as a method here. We have an open command here to open the files. We have an environment method here. So there are tons and tons of basically functions and commands here. So similarly, let us see for CSV. Since you have done for CSV, so you can see here for CSV you have so many functions, right? So writer function is there for writing the file. You have the reader function, right? You have the RE library also for regular expression and all. And of course there are various other. Dictionary reader is there, dictionary writer is there, which we have already seen, right? So that is the use. So whenever you have a library and you want to check what all functions are supported by that library, you can just use the dir and followed by the name of the library. Okay. So now when I'm importing OS, along with OS there are various commands and attributes as you have already seen that comes along with it. Okay. Now you will understand what is OS.system, right? We are using it CLS. So it says that on whatever OS you are, on that particular system, execute this command on the command line. So for example, this is also the command line shell. Let me just type it CLS here. So you can see the CLS command basically clears the screen, right? So the same thing I am basically doing via Python. So I am telling Python is like, for example, let me do a dir that will list down all the directories and files here. So I tell Python interpreter that okay, in whatever terminal you are executing, right? Just execute CLS command as if I am executing it on the terminal. So let us just try the output for this. Right, so you can see that previous output is basically now gone. You remember there was an output with list of files, right? So let me do it again. When I do dir, so when I execute the code, the first line is os.system.cls. So it will clear the screen and then execute the remaining part of the code. Let us see it again. See, the screen is cleared. Now let us see what is os.name. So os.name basically gives you the name of the operating system, right? So in my case, this is NT. So Python recognizes all the Windows system as NT. Beginning Windows NT actually. NT came, then 2000, then Millennium came, XP, Vista, 7, 8, 10. Everything is recognized as NT, right? So if I want to write you a program that chooses what operating system you are on, so you have to use the OS library with the name function. Again, we have another command known as os.getCwd, right? So what I'm doing here, getCwd basically gets you, see when I'm over here, you can see you return a Unicode string representing the current working directory. Current working directory means when I'm executing this code, so basically I am in this particular directory, C users blah 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 blah, and I am in module 8, right? So it gives me the path of this directory. So you can get it from here, C user, and this is the current working directory. So different users may have different current working directory, right? So if you want to really check, you basically just do a pwd. Pwd is present working directory. So this is the path that you are right now in, and this is pwd is basically the same function that Python implements is using getCwd. Right? Now there is a command to change directory also. Okay. So what happens with change directory? See, right now I am in this particular directory, right? If I want to change the directory, I can change the directory and specify the path. You can see a R here before the quotes. That means a raw string. Raw string means, for example, whenever I use a backslash, right? Backslash is a escape sequence like slash n, slash t, something like this. So when I append the R before a quoted string, that means okay, in the string whatever is coming, treat it literally, right? Don't take backslash as a special character, just treat the string as it is, quote unquote. Right? So let me execute the code once again. So see what happens here, you get the OS name which is NT, you get the OS working directory which is OS library. Then I am saying okay, change the OS working directory, right? Right now you are in this directory, this one which I am selecting here. Now I am changing the directory to C colon Windows, right? Once I change the directory to C colon Windows, I am asking again in which directory you are. So it says C colon Windows, which is right because we changed the directory to C Windows, right? Again we are changing the directory to D colon songs. So I have a directory in my D drive with songs in it. So for that I am just creating, I will just show you D drive songs. It has two folders. So this is the song that you are in. This is a folder that you are in. And finally we have an environment variable. What does environment variable mean? See, there is a lot of junk, I can say, that is appearing here, a lot of text basically. So environmental variable is like, for example, when you are on your terminal, right, and you type the command python space, let's say add.py. So the system environment but basically know where to look for Python. It does not look for all other directories. So these are environmental variables. If you remember the very first series of Python where we had set the environment path. So this displays the same path. So I can show you, you can see C colon Python, Python 37, then C colon Python, Python library side packages. So there are many paths here, right? C users, C program data, app data. So an operating system defines various paths. So like in Windows 10, if you go to advanced system settings and do environmental variables, right? So these are the environment variables that you will see them. See, all these you will get in this command os.environment, right? So the usage of os.environment is that, for example, if you want to define a custom path for your own Python library, let's say you make an advanced calculator in Python and you are saving it, let's say in C drive, my advanced calculator, right? So directly a program won't be accessible. You have to add the path C colon my advanced calculator to the system path, right? So when the systems are deployed, like in Linux or in Windows, basically this environment helps them to recognize whether that path is there or not, right? So that is how this works. So not of much use as of now for your syllabus, but for knowledge you should know that how the environment variable works, right? So within the environment you can see, so basically this is a tuple and you will see that I want to access only the TMP. So TMP again is a variable. So when you search this string, you will basically get something like TMP, and it is giving me the output for C colon Ramlata, Appdata, local and temp. So this basically means that temp environment is basically on this particular location, right? So all the Windows 10 users, you can just replace Ramlata by your own username and get the temp directory. So this is how you can get the temp directory of your operating system. So that's it for this tutorial. So mainly you can just get the name of your OS. I think Unix user will get Unix here, or just tell me what name you are getting here. Okay, and this is how the get working directory and change working directory actually works. Right? We will see the next tutorials which will have much more details about it. Thank you for watching.